Hey friends, Saturday edition of Daily Dub. Hopefully you all had a wonderful Friday evening and you're having a good Saturday thus far. Headboard. Hey. Anyway, I have one question to talk about today, and I'm just going to kind of ramble about some other things. But my question from MJR 1974, he asked, why is it that Marvel Select, Diamond Select figures don't get as much love as Marvel Legends? Is it the price point, availability, whatever? So let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll talk about some other things. So first of all, I think the big difference is Legends are a good bit more articulated than Select. Now that's changed. Diamond has gotten better with the Select property over especially the last like 18 months. But they're kind of known as being harder to articulate, stiffer. You can get Spider-Man to Spider-Man pose, things like that. I think that definitely impacts. But maybe even more than that is scalability. So it seems like everything in the action figure world, at least in like the sub $30 action figure world, is do they scale with Marvel Legends? Because most people at least have a good amount of Marvel Legends if they collect figures. That's been the most consistent line over the last 10 years. And so whether you're a DC fan or Marvel fan, Star Wars fan, whatever, you probably have some Marvel Legends. And so the thing you have the most of tends to be what you compare things to. I don't care about scalability that much. In fact, really not at all, because I don't intermingle my brand. I typically am posing by company or by character. So like for a while I had a Flash shelf and every instance of the Flash, or a Thor shelf and every instance of the Thor. And that includes Funko and Mystery Minis and Mini-Mates and Legends and Hot Toys and everything under the sun. So I liked the way a different shelf looks at different scalability rather than just a flat army across the top of their heads. But I understand why people want that, especially doing figure photography and things like that. If you want to have Batman fighting Iron Man, you don't want Batman to be 2 inches taller. So I think that the size of the Selects, which I think is more of like a I don't even know, like a 1/10 scale maybe versus a 1/12, makes it where they're bigger. However, what that does do is make the big figures super cool. So a lot of people talk about they like the big figures from Selects, like the Hulks and the Juggernauts and the Destroyer, and characters like that are great from Marvel Select. And they're re-releasing a lot of those right now, so you can find them. So I think the scalability has an issue. The third thing I would say is the actual availability. You buy Diamond Select. So Diamond, if you don't know, is the main, or maybe I think the exclusive, at least mass comics distributor in the United States. So pretty much every comic book store buys from Diamond every week. That's what they do. If you hear the term PX, a PX exclusive, previews is Diamond's catalog each month that you order out of. So PX exclusive is made by Diamond. You see that on Pops, you see that on figures sometimes. That means it has to come through Diamond exclusively. And Select is Diamond's in-house brand. So they make Marvel Select is what we call a Diamond Select Marvel figure. There are also Diamond Select figures of like Ghostbusters or different things like that. Like the Westworld was shown off. And I do think they just purchased, who did they? They just purchased a Gentle Giant, maybe, at least some assets from Gentle Giant, I think it was. It was announced for some sculpting and 3D printing assets, I think. So that's encouraging because they make some good statues. I think it was Gentle Giant. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they do a lot of stuff. And so I think the availability, you can't buy it at Walmart. I have started to see them in GameStop, which is unusual. So I guess GameStop's being able to order from Diamond. Or I guess that must be what's happening. Maybe ThinkGeek was always able to, and that's how they got that. I don't feel like I've ever seen a Select in a Walmart or a Target. Doesn't mean they're not. I just feel like I haven't. But typically you're going to find them at your comic stores. And then I guess one more thing is the price point. I think an MSRP of a Select is $24.99 or maybe $27.99. A lot of times I see them at $27.99. You rarely see them under $20. And you're not going to see them for like $17.99 like a Legend at Walmart. So that's an impact too. And I also know that Diamond has raised the price of those beginning pretty soon here. Probably here in the next ones that come out. They're going to be $30 at MSRP. Now whether your comic store decides to sell them for $30 or not, I don't know. But I think you're going to see that. So I would imagine those are the factors that influence it. I would encourage you, like the recently released Select Iron Spider looks great. It's a lot better than the Legend one. It may not be as articulated, but it looks fantastic. has legs and has a good paint job. And then, you know, Hasbro's got the new Legends Iron Spider coming out as well. I use, the Destroyer Select Figures is one of my very favorite figures. It sits at a prominent place in my toy room. So the big figures are cool. I'd encourage you to check them all out. I myself actually don't have a lot of selects like in the smaller characters. I don't even think I have a select Iron Man, as many Iron Man figures as I have. I don't think I have a select Iron Man. I have a Hulkbuster select, but not Iron Man. Anyway, so it's Saturday. I hope that answered your question and you enjoyed it. It's Saturday. I'm in the middle of a Dub Life episode 20. So that's a couple ahead of where you are now. You'll get a new episode of Dub Life tomorrow. Hope you're excited for that. It's just kind of me around town here, and it was a fun episode. And on Monday, I hit the road again. I'm going to New Jersey, Philadelphia area. A lot of people give me some tips, places I need to visit, so thank you for that. And we got a lot planned today. Victoria, David, and I, Megan. So there'll probably be some shenanigans on the Instagram. If you want to check that out, Big Dub 60. Don't forget your merch if you want it. Link in the description. Join the Pinspec Facebook page because we really want to give some stuff away. So go do that if you haven't done it. It's not that hard. Just read the instructions. I know it takes 2 or 3 minutes to read, but you know, you're going to get some good stuff, potentially some, you know, real good stuff. Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy Dub Life tomorrow. Give yourself a good touch, a feel, a rub, and as always, squeeze it.